What is up, YouTube? Welcome to WeSib's West Coast, East Coast Siblings. We got episode 5 of Survive tonight, and so the show is really starting to settle in. We're going to talk about our 3 biggest takeaways as always, but first hit the subscribe button and click the bell so you don't miss a single episode. By the way, I finally figured out when these episodes air. It's 3 a.m. or midnight on the West Coast, which kind of sucks when you're the E in West Coast, East Coast Siblings, but hey, we'll make it work. I'm not trying to waste your time. Let's get into it. Big takeaway number 1. So the sun rises, and we finally get to come to grips with the situation that Jane and Paul have now found themselves in after the plane crash. The episode opens with Jane sitting in the plane, obviously very distraught, very distressed. She leaves the plane and finds Margaret lying in the snow. Again, we talked about her a couple episodes ago. We met her originally in the TSA line. She was talking about getting married. Her and assumably her husband are now dead, and so she's kind of distraught over that. Then Paul comes and finds her and tries to get her mind right. Like, look, they didn't survive. We got to toughen up. He's obviously coming from a place of ignorance right now, as he doesn't understand that she was literally just about to end her life before the plane crash happened. So he's coming off really insensitive, which is understandable seeing as he's ignorant of that fact. That brings us right to big takeaway number 2, which is the huge internal struggle that Jane is having right now, as like we said before, she literally was about to end her life, and now she's in a situation where she needs to fight for her life, not only for her own sake, but for Paul, who's the other survivor, who really needs her in order to survive. To be completely honest, I cannot wait to see what they do story-wise with this struggle. Paul is there mentally trying to regroup, keep his head, and part of Jane is honestly like, this is what I asked for. Maybe to die out here in the wilderness wouldn't be such a bad thing. She's already feeling a little survivor's guilt based on the fact that Margaret did not live and she wanted to live. She had her whole life ahead of her with her soon-to-be husband. Again, Paul's ignorance to the situation, he literally doesn't understand where she's coming from. He's like, are you just trying to get attention? Like, what is going on? We need to survive. Stop taking a fit. Stop acting like a child. Obviously oblivious to the deeper struggle that Jane is going through. So again, I really think the show has an opportunity here to really dive deep into what's going on with Jane's psyche as she deals with this internal struggle, wanting to die on the one side, and then also wanting to survive, not just for her own sake, but for Paul, who she really likes and wants to help him survive. Then finally, big takeaway number 3, the story is going somewhere. So they're pretty much in the middle of nowhere on a mountaintop. There's no civilization in sight, and Paul decides that they really need to move. They need to get out of here. Snow is just coming down by the foot. They really don't have the time to be playing around. So Paul gets into a quick fight with Jane over that, with Jane saying, look, just go. Take all the food, take all the, the sleeping bag, all the equipment. I wouldn't mind dying here. Again, Paul doesn't know where she's coming from, so he can't really be sympathetic to it. But at the end of the day, he's like, look, I want to survive. And if we keep messing around here, we're both going to die. So as difficult as this is, if you're not willing to make the decision to move and to get somewhere, then sayonara, we're going to go our separate ways. Now, this is an interesting point because it doesn't take long for Jane to realize that she needs to carry on, right? She needs to travel with Paul. And it seems like right now she's just trying out life. She was really fed up with her life. She was done with it as it was. But then her life really got turned upside down with this plane crash and meeting Paul. And so now I think she really is going to be taking it day by day, deciding almost on an hourly basis whether she wants to continue on or not. So overall, really good episode. Things are starting to pick up, which is crazy because they did it in pretty much 50 minutes. Every episode is 10 minutes long. So if this were a regular TV show, within the first hour, a lot has happened. So I'm really excited to see where they're going to go from here. If you're excited too, leave a comment down below. I'd love to chat it up with you guys in the comment section as always. So guys, that's going to do it for our 3 biggest takeaways from Survive episode 5. So like the video if you like the video, subscribe and click the bell so you don't miss more episodes. Episodes are coming out daily. I'll be here at 3 a.m. so you'll have the episode then. Also go check out our sister channel, the La Quente Ledger, down below. We got more fun content over there. Thank you guys so much for watching as always. And I will see you tomorrow. Peace.